Hello everyone and welcome to my hobby home. My name is Cathy. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so happy to have you here. We will be working the Lemoyne Frayed chain block. Now this is the block, if you saw the Ohio Star block, this is the alternating block on the quilt. And you can tell more here where the contrast is really needed. It should have all been these dark red blocks, but I am following the pattern and the fabrics that were provided in the August 2024 Creative Notions subscription box to complete the Presley's Dream Quilt. So this is the block that we will be working on today. It is once again called the Lemoyne Frayed chain. To make this block, you are going to have some strips by width of fabric. I will not give measurements or anything because it is not my pattern to give away. But with those width of fabrics, you will sew a red one and a white one together. And this one here is the red and white and the white and red. We sewed them together. We are to cut, I believe, 80. Let's see. 80 from these strips. So we have done that. We've already cut our 80 from those strips. I'm reading my instructions here, y'all, so because I can't remember all of this. What we will do is we will take these and we will make, I guess, like an alternating 4-patch. We will end up sewing them together like this, where you got your dark sides. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and pin these together, and we are just going to get started on, I guess, what are our little 4 patches. We will just start making these little 4 patches here so we can make the rest. Now this block does assemble in 3 rows. So what we are going to do is just take as many of these, I think, as I have left. I don't know if I have the full amount left because I did pre-sew a few, but I think I was short some. I'm not exactly sure. I will have to check and make sure though. And I'm going to pin each one of them just to make sure I get that point that I need. And I didn't show you the pieces that I'll be using. I did already sew some of the pieces together. You saw these are, we had to do 80 of these. And for these, I think we only had to do 40. It says, no. We'll have to do 40 of these 4 patches of this one. This one here, I think, when we sew them together, so there's going to be 20 of these. When we sew them together, we'll have 10. And I will show you some of those. This is our 4 patches, what they will look like. I have one here. This is our bigger 4 patch. And this is our top, center, and middle outside strip here that we will use at the top and sides to make our block. So, if that makes sense. I hope it does, guys. So, it is, y'all will be seeing this on Tuesday. I was hoping to have you guys a tester Tuesday, but the heat is on this quilt, y'all. I've got to get this one done. If I want to have it done and be entered into Creative Notions drawing with the completed projects, I need to get this one done. The deadline for that is the 15th. I will have Creative Notions linked down in the description for you guys. So if you would be interested in checking out their box or seeing anything that they have going on, you're more than welcome to use that link. I am not an affiliate of Creative Notions. I do pay for this box myself. It is not given to me, so there's no sponsorship, no affiliates. This is strictly me. I do love this box. This box does come out every other month. You pay 1 month and receive the box the next month. The last box that we had is August. So I'm thinking we paid in September, so we should be getting a box at the end of October, because it's done every other month. They call it bi-monthly, but that confuses some people, so I just say every other month. You will get a box, but you pay every other month. The cost of the box is a little bit more than most of your monthly boxes, but that is because you get more in your monthly box. Or your every other month box. You get I believe the same amount of projects in the every other month box than you did the monthly box, or as you did in the monthly box. The payment is just spread out 6 times instead of 12 times, but you still get the same amount of projects. I love the projects. You always have I guess kind of like a big project. Like this is the quilt. I would call this a big project. We did a Make It Mini scarecrow. And we did was it a coin purse? I think it was a little round coin purse. So I think I have everything done that was in the box except for this. There might have been another project, but I don't recall, because I've been so busy, guys. I hope, I know a lot of you have been busy too. Those that are over in the Florida, North Carolina, Tennessee area that was affected by the Hurricane Helene, I know I have just been watching, and physically I can't do anything. You know, I help where I can, and I know locally we have done stuff to send supplies to people in that area. So guys, even if you can't physically do anything or financially do anything, just keep them in your thoughts, and because they're having a hard time now, and I could not imagine losing absolutely everything, and so many of these people have lost everything. And it's just horrible, just horrible. And I know we have some YouTubers, and I will tell you, if you find a YouTuber that is in that area, watch their videos, watch them over and over and over again if you have to, because that could be their livelihood. And every time you watch their video, it does help them. They do get a little something for you watching their video. If you give them a thumbs up and watch their video and share it, it does help them. Okay, so I have these done. I'm just going to go ahead and take them off of the machine. I'm going to lay them over here to be pressed, because I do not have to press these immediately. I do already have some completed and pressed that I will show you and that we will use. But I'm going to go ahead and do our larger pieces as well. And I'm hoping I've already trimmed these others up, because if I've trimmed all the others up, they're good to go. I can go on and make a block. I will check that though and see, because sometimes I don't have the capacity and sometimes I don't have the time. I'm sure a lot of you can sympathize with the capacity. Some days my pitcher is empty. And today, I'm not going to say it's one of those days, but it is definitely a Monday. It has been a beautiful day here, though. The weather has been really nice here. I think today, though, it did get close to 90, if it did not get over 90. And if you're from Louisiana or close to Louisiana, you know 90 degrees is just awful here because of the humidity. The humidity just makes everything just so unbearable. I cannot imagine what the people in Florida and North Carolina are going through, because that's got to be some kind of humid. But you know, situations like this just show the heart of mankind, how we all help everyone. And I heard one person say, hurricanes have no race, no gender, no political affiliation, no religious affiliation. It doesn't care who you are. It'll take everything from you. And that is so true, so true. So all we can do is give our compassion and our heart to everyone. You know, just help everyone in need. Just, if all you can give a person is a smile, then give them a smile. That could be all they need, you know, that day. Or a hug. You know, you'd be surprised at how many people. That was the one thing when we had the pandemic. I missed hugging people. That's kind of crazy, and you don't realize how much you need it until you can't. Well, they say you can't do it. But I hugged my kids every time I saw them. I hugged, because you just never knew what was going to happen. It just really things like this make you realize how precious life really is. Okay, so I have these completed now. See, I didn't have but 3, which means, no, I don't have the amount. So I will, this is one that I will have to cut the rest of the fabric for, because I need to have 10 of these to make a full quilt, or a full size quilt. It's not going to be a full by the inches quilt. Okay, so we have all of those done. We have those laying over here to be pressed. So let's just start assembling our block. Now, this is the block that the measurements were off. I did reduce the size of this by 1/2 inch. I kept this one the size it is, because I think this is what makes the difference on this block, is because it's supposed to be bigger. And this one, I did the width, I think, by 1/2 inch. I think. I can't recall. But, yeah, I think I did this like this way, you know, not top and bottom, but side to side. I think I did side to side 1/2 inch less. But let's start making this block. We are going to take a 4 square. We're going to make sure that this is in the upper left-hand corner. And we are going to take one of our solid rectangles. I can't speak today, y'all. I'm so sorry. We're going to take one of our red on white rectangles. And we are just going to match up. I have my different glasses on today, and they really don't lend to close-up viewing as well as my others did. But we are just going to sew this together. You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to make, how many do I have to make of this? It says 10 blocks. So, I have one made, so I guess 9 blocks. And I'm just doing it with my little 4 patches. I'm just going to sew as many as I can. I just have to remember I have to have 3 more to finish this block. And we're going to get these done. Y'all, this red and white quilt is really growing on me. I like red and white, but I've never sewn a red and white quilt, so I didn't know how I was going to like this. Now I am, I don't think I got that block trimmed down. It doesn't look like it is. I'm going to lay that one to the side so I can check it and make sure it's trimmed down all the way. Look like I got one side trimmed and not the other side. See how many we've got there. I don't think we have it like, was it 4? 1, 2. So we are on number 5. But I'm really hoping once the quilt gets put together, there will be a big enough contrast between the red and white and the white and red that you can see a pattern in the quilt. And yeah, I'm just trying to get this done. I do know I will need to quilt this by myself. I will probably quilt this on my own. I'm hoping I have enough batting here. I have batting, but it's normally for really small projects. But if I have to, our Walmart is still open. I can always run to Walmart and get me some batting if I have to. But I was hoping to be doing a week of finishes. And y'all, don't forget, today is Amazon Day. You might be seeing things on my posting. I am going to be trying to find you guys some deals out there tomorrow. Normally, they don't have a lot of quilting deals, but I like to find sheet deals. I need me another set of sheets for my bed. My husband and I, we have a queen-size bed, and I need extra deep pockets because our bed is a Tempur-Pedic that elevates and, it raises and lowers. And the sheets won't stay on those kind of beds unless they have the big deep pockets. So I'm hoping to find some sheet deals tomorrow. So let's see how many we got now. I lost count. I think that's enough. It may not be enough, but that's okay because I'm going to have to cut some more fabric for the others. Okay, I did go ahead and press 2 of these out because I have one on the top and one on the bottom. And I am going to go on and put the next block on the right end of this strip. So you'll see this here. And the next block will go the same direction. The two red and whites will go the same direction. So I make sure that top red is on the left-hand side, top left once again. And we will just get these together and sew them. And my fabric is wanting to slip. So I may actually have to pin to keep it from slipping. And y'all don't worry about pinning. Don't be beyond pinning. If you need to pin, pin. Make sure you're getting it on that 1/4 of an inch, that you're getting your corners and all, your points good. If you need to do that to ensure accuracy, because if you're such a bad one like I am, sometimes you need that pin to ensure that accuracy. And there is no shame in that game. So I'm only going to do these two for this, so we can go ahead and get the block assembled. And I am going to pin this one as well, just to hold it together so I don't have any slippage going on. We don't want that. And I am sure I will get some more of these done tonight. I may bring you along for the journey this week, because this may be what I am making all week. Because I really want to get these done so I can get it quilted, get my photos up there. Let me press and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I have my top and bottom row done. So let's do our center row. Our center row takes our large square. We are going to make sure the red, we have a dark red on the top left corner as well. And we're going to take another rectangle, but instead of it being this direction, we're going to attach it this direction. So I am going to put this on here and see if I can do this without pinning. Probably not. I don't even know why I try to do it without pinning. I just feel more secure with pinning this. Make sure everything is staying lined up really well. So what we're going to do is take another rectangle and put on the other side. So we'll take a rectangle and put on this side over here as well. Okay. So that's at that 1/4 of an inch as well. And we will press it out once we get this piece attached. We will then press out. And then we'll start attaching our rows. So this is our middle row, and what we are going to do, I'm just laying it down, making sure my position is correct. And also checking the position on my top row to make sure it is correct. And then I'm just going to flip it over here. I'm going to nest my seams. Y'all hear me all the time saying nest my seams, nest my seams. For those of y'all that have been sewing for a long time, you know what you're doing. You got this. A lot of times I just say things to remind myself to do it. To not skip a step. Because nesting these seams is what is going to make this come out. I'm not going to say on point, because that That word scares me. I don't know why, but it does make your chain come out more even. Making sure we stay even there, all the way across the fabric. Okay, so that is the top row and the middle row assembled. So this is what that looks like. That's the top row and the middle row. And now we are going to put the bottom row on there. And we will make sure it is in the correct position, this position. We will lay it down and fold it up, and I'm looking at, I have to look at my pattern to make sure I am in the correct direction, because we don't want our chains going all over the place. Pin, pin, pin. And then here we go. We are going to sew this bottom row on, guys. And we are making really good time with the one block. Now, I did do some of the 4 patches, you know, more than I needed for this block. But that is okay. That is perfectly okay, because I can guarantee you, most of you, if you do it, you're going to chain stitch a lot of the repetitive pieces. And I just hit my pin with my needle, which means my needle's probably going to make all kinds of noises now. I did, however, yesterday find me some 70-10 needles. I really like using the 70-10 needles on this machine. Because that's what I do try to use all the time on this machine. Better yet, I try to not hit my pin with my needle, but sometimes I do. Okay, guys, I'm going to press this, and then I will show you our block. Okay, friends, here is our Lemoyne frayed chain. This is a block that is in the Creative Notions Presley's Dream pattern. Let me see if I can get the picture of that for you. That is the Presley's Dream. I don't know if you can see that real well, but we will end up having, now on the pattern, it shows lighter colors than what is used in these blocks. So the white actually is not as high. It's a low volume. This is not a low volume white, but we're going to do it with what came in our box so we can see what it looks like. I don't know if everyone's box comes with the same, it may be this direction. I don't know if everyone's box comes with the same fabrics, but this is what I got. And literally right now I have no spare fabric to do the top, the border, and the binding. And but this is our block. And I did have to buy extra fabric because of the misprint on the cutting instructions. So I hope you like this block. So guys, I did get an email from one of my subscribers. I believe it was Marlene, and she told me, she sent me a beautiful picture of a Lemoyne square that she had done. Beautiful. So obviously these can be done all different ways. This is called a Lemoyne frayed chain. I don't know what the difference is, but they look completely different. And her block was beautiful. I think this one is going to be beautiful when I get all of them put together, where you can actually differentiate that red that goes all the way in it there. So guys, if you have not, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about this. Are you doing the Creative Notions box? As I said before, if not, I do have a link down in the description for Creative Notions, just so you could go look if you'd like to. Anything that I use when I sew, I also have a link down in my description of all my fun quilty things that I like. I do try to respond to your comments, and each and every comment. I do try to respond to every comment that I receive. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. Goodbye.